No egos.
No judgment.
Break bread and prosper. Talk to a brother.
I want to go back to what you were saying about emotions. Myself, I struggle with being emotional, and it's something that I'm learning to deal with. And hopefully, we can talk about this with someone that isn't a counsellor or something like that. But I struggle to talk on anything that I find emotional. But talking to yourself, and how did you get emotional immaturity? I'd call it, and how was you able to? Cry, bro. I don't cry. Full stop. I don't cry. Not because growing up I was taught not to cry. So not saying I don't feel emotional, want to cry, but it's straight up like, as a man, I don't cry, and I don't believe in that
That's
at all.
a question. That's another conversation. Yeah. Why don't you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a crazy thing. And how did you learn to do it? Was it something you've always been able to do, or something you've evolved over time?
Do you know what? I've gone through a massive transformational journey over the past
3 months.
6 months. Yeah. When did I resign from Barclays? October, November.
Yeah.
So I used to work in finance, and that's what I've done for a very long time. I was trying to balance that and doing my martial arts training. I'm running my business as well with my brothers, like Cheeks, Cadian, and a few other people that are in the business as well. Yeah. And I resigned in October, November came, and I had to look at my life, assess my life, because I was literally spreading myself too thin, trying to do the training, trying to have a family, trying to do, And one of the things that I thought I had to let something go. I had to drop one of the plates. And one of those things was Barclays, was the bank, because it wasn't, I looked at the amount of value it added. It just didn't align with my moral compass. There's so many things there's a lot of things that I think would have added more value in my life. And since leaving there, my life is literally like Thomas and myself. Our operation is just, it's like it's an organism that we're growing.
Evolving.
It's evolving and it's going so fast, and I wouldn't have been able to do that. Staying in the whole sort of rat race kind of typical corporate mindset. It wasn't a corporate job that I was doing, like designing, but even then, I was still in the environment, and I had to literally develop the more belief in myself than I do for somebody else to find out for another company to walk away. And then going through that journey, I started doing more meditating, doing more yoga, doing more training, and just finding myself. I'm on a journey of self-discovery right now. That's exactly what I'm doing. And just on that journey, I've been able to effectively communicate, gravitate to a lot of people with similar like myself. And then just through that journey, you tend to, for me, I've been able to drop a lot of my ego. Yeah. That's what it is. And one of the things that we do, whether it's being a young black guy or being a Nigerian or just a stereotypical British, just to stiff up a little, we're raised within our cultures to be, we're the men. But then do you really know what being a man actually is, kind of thing?
No egos.
No judgment.
Break bread and prosper. Talk to a brother.